Yo, what's going on? My name is Kingdom. It's your name is King, and I am back with some One Punch Man Destiny content. I want to warn you guys beforehand that this is not like a live recording. This is me doing a voiceover of some previous footage. Basically, I had a video planned and I was in the middle of recording it, but I wasn't really feeling how it was coming out. So I just decided that I was going to try to just spiffy everything up by doing a voiceover. So it is a voiceover. So basically in this video, I wanted to do a little update on one of my guides, and that is the most sufficient way to level up in One Punch Man Destiny. And I thought about making this video because I literally don't see anybody like leveling up properly anymore when I play the game. There used to be a set system that you would just consistently see everybody do, but now whenever I'm watching other players in the game, because that's all I do whenever I hop into One Punch Man Destiny, because I'm not grinding anymore. I'm just watching other people play. Basically, it's a watch other people play One Punch Man Destiny simulator for me at this point. So as I'm watching other lower levels, I'm watching like D ranks fighting C King and C folk, and I'm like, well, that just don't seem right. And I'm watching like A ranks grind the C King, and that also don't seem right. So I was like, maybe I should do a guide. Maybe I should start updating all my guides. So I plan on updating my best classes in the game, because I feel like my opinion has changed since back when I made my first one. I feel like some things definitely get shifted around. Alien should be boosted up than it was in my last video. I think my last video was literally at last place, so I want to boost that up. And then I also wanted to do like more guides for higher level players, and I plan to make the class guide, like split it up into two different ones: what classes are best for lower ranks, and then what classes are best for higher ranks. Because it does differ. Obviously Alien would be a lot harder for a level 200 to use than a level 10,000 to use, so that's why I wanted to do an update on that. But this video I wanted to talk about leveling, like I said before. So basically when I say leveling, I don't really mean a full intensive guide for leveling. I pretty much mean like a general like idea of what you should be doing if you're around a certain rank. So for D ranks, like, it's pretty obvious. Like I said earlier in the video, I saw a D rank going against C King. If you're a D rank, don't fight C King. I mean, you can do whatever you want, but I mean, if you're more focused on the amount of levels, like getting out of D rank as quick as possible, don't ever go to C King or C folk. Stay where the criminals are, stay where the paradisers are, stay where Crab Lante is. That's pretty much what you want to be doing. It's kind of straightforward considering they spawn you there when you first start playing. They want you in that area, so stay in that area. Now for the C ranks, I don't remember. It's been so long since I started grinding for the first time. I don't remember if it's C rank or if it was C plus. Whatever rank it is where you're at the point to where you're doing C folk and C King. That's what this is for. So if you're around that, that's when you want to implement boss rotation. And boss rotation is the key to leveling in this game. You want to boss rotate all the way up until you start fighting the Saitama boss. But until you get to Saitama boss, that's all you're doing is boss rotation. And boss rotation is basically when you are queuing multiple, like 2 to 3 max different bosses, and doing those quests over and over, just rotating between them. And the reason that you want to do this is because for the higher level bosses, like once you get to C King, you notice that it starts taking them a lot longer to respawn, as you can see right here as the video is going on. It's taking C King forever to respawn, and then he finally does. And once they oof him, like, basically you don't want to just be sitting there waiting for C King to respawn when you could be going out to get more levels. So if you're around C King, that level of power, what you want to do is fight C King. As soon as you're done fighting C King, run over to the quest where the sea folk are, and you grab it, and then you come over to the sea folk, and then you fight the sea folk. And by the time you finish the sea folk, the sea king should have respawned. And instead of you sitting there waiting, you gained a few levels while you were waiting on Sea King, and then you can do Sea King again, and then you gain more levels. And while Sea King is waiting to respawn, you can gain more levels. So it's like you're never sitting there not doing something that helps for your leveling. Basically, is what I'm trying to say boss rotation does. By the way, if I sound real nasally or anything, I was sick for like a week. That's why I took off. That's why I was away for like 6 days. I was really sick, and it was just impossible for me to make a video. But I'm good now. I'm healthy, but it's just the I can sometimes feel as if like the nasal drip is still there. So if you're wondering why I sound a little weird, that's why. But yeah, the boss rotation is basically that's where you typically start, and that's the fastest way to get out of, you know, the C rank, to get into B rank and past B rank. So once you get to the point to where the sea folk aren't really doing that much for you, that's when you want to add a new boss to the rotation. And typically the boss you'll be adding to the rotation is Sonic. So you'll fight the Sea King, and then you'll go fight Sonic, and then you'll come back and fight the Sea King. And if Sonic still isn't around after you finish the Sea King, then instead of speeding back over to Sonic, you can fight the Sea Folk. By the time you fight the Sea Folk, maybe Sonic will be around. So, you know, the whole point is to constantly be contributing to your own levels. It just speeds up the process. If you're going to be grinding for 5 hours, you know, you want to maximize all 5 of those hours. You don't want to grind for 5 hours and only 3 of those hours were actually spent doing something towards your levels. You want all 5 of those hours to be helpful for your level. So basically that's what that is for. And then I don't really need to continue on, because by the time you finish Sonic, you pretty much know who's next. After that is Vaccine Man, and you can rotate between Vaccine Man and Sonic if you want. And then once you get stronger, you just add the next boss to the rotation. You can be like a level 1000 and, you know, do the Vaccine Man, and then shoot over to Sonic, and then shoot over to Sea King. Like, you can do all 3 of those, because once you get that far, the bosses really do take a long time to respawn. Like, sometimes they can take 2 minutes, 3 minutes to respawn. I swear when I play the game and I like help with Psychos, it takes Psychos like 4 minutes to respawn. I swear it feels like it. At least it feels like an eternity. So while you're waiting, you know, you can finish Psychos, and then you can run over to Goketsu, you can run over to Chiranko, Boros. Even though if you're really grinding Psychos, I don't think Boros is really doing that much for you, but yeah, that's something you can do even when you're at the final boss. I know I said up until the final boss you don't really rotate between bosses, but even if you're at the final boss, you can do Saitama and then come back over to Psychos if you want. Unfortunately, for me, that really doesn't help. Psychos doesn't even move my XP meter at all. She doesn't even move it. And in this part of the video, you can see I was spinning for Phoenix. So yeah, just want to let you guys know, just because you have you know, King's Luck doesn't mean Phoenix just comes all the time really easy. So as you can see, I'm just spinning, and no Phoenix. Eventually I just give up. Yeah, I just said forget it, I'll stick with Metal Bat, and I give up. Some of y'all might be like, he didn't even spin that many times, but to me that's a lot. I don't like spinning that much. Okay, if I spent money for King's Luck, let me get the Phoenix quick. But that's not what the video is about. About boss rotation, that's pretty much all I have for you guys when it comes to boss rotation. It's very simple, but at the same time it gets overlooked all the time. Like, I still, even this guy right here, which I don't even think he's really grinding, but I'll see them like do I'll see him do the Sea Folk, and you know, that's it. Or I'll see him do Sea King, and that's it. Or I'll see him do Sonic, and that's it. Like, you could, when there's so much other things you could be doing. And then like they're like asking, how did you get level so fast? and like I boss rotated, and they're like, what is boss rotation? So I was getting that so often that I just decided to make another video on it. So yeah, hopefully this video finds all you guys in need well, and hopefully you guys that don't need to know boss rotation right now still stuck around for the video. And if you did, I appreciate you. And if you found this video, or if you're new to my content, then go ahead and hit that subscribe button, because I do upload daily content, you know. But that's all I got for y'all in this video. I will see you on the next one. I appreciate all y'all. Bye guys.